Hi, Bess Blanco here, family health coach with The Intentional Lifestyle, and I wanted to come to you today with some tips on seasoning your dishes naturally so that we can leave that sodium and sugar and processed things out of the food that we're eating. So I have some tips here for you today, some top tips on seasoning with flavor naturally. Over here we have some condiments. Now, condiments tend to be a sugar trap regularly in our diets, and so what I'm going to do is teach you some ways around that. Spicy brown mustard, any kind of mustard is great to use in your foods. You can use it in sauces, dressings, marinades. It's a great combination with a little bit of honey and soy sauce for Asian flavored sauces. And the reason being is there's no sugar in it, and it actually has great benefits, nutritional benefits for you. Ketchup tends to be, like I said, one of those traps. We love our ketchup, especially the kids. They love to dip things in their ketchup. And what I have here is a reduced sugar ketchup. This is 75% less sugar than regular ketchup. So it's only 1 gram per serving, which here is a 1 tablespoon serving, so keep that in mind. Normal ketchup can be as many as 5 to 8 grams of sugar in 2 tablespoon serving. So this is a great improvement if you use ketchup. I use it in homemade barbecue sauces and on meatloaf, and the kids dip their things, their hot dogs and things like that in it. So keep that in mind as you're supplying the ketchup. You want to do a reduced sugar type. Over here we have just a couple of different common condiments for the kids. Peanut butter and jelly. Who doesn't love a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, especially if you're really hungry, you're craving that protein? The peanut butter is such a great option. It is so full of nutrition. Almond butter, all different types of nut butters are good for you. So don't shy away from them, but just make sure, because they are loaded with a little bit of fat, make sure, even though some of that's good for us, that you stay to a portion size with these, which is usually about 1 to 2 tablespoons. Keep that in mind as you're eating peanut butter. But these are also great in peanut sauces for Asian flavors, and just like I said, on a sandwich, on crackers, dipped with vegetables. Over here, I want to emphasize that with jelly being as popular as it is, jelly is such a sugar trap. Jelly really is just sugar and gelatin. So make sure when you are looking through what you're purchasing for your family that you stay away from the high sugar types, which most of them are. You want to do reduced sugar. Now, important to note that this is not reduced by putting artificial sugar instead. This is no artificial sweeteners. So keep that in mind as you're reducing sugar on things. You want to watch for things that include aspartame as part of the solution to that problem, okay? Over here we have different types of vinegars. We have all different types here just to show you that vinegars can be the base of so many awesome sauces, marinades, dressings, and they're actually very good for us when you make them at home. And that's a way to really keep your sugar content down, is to make your dressings and sauces at home. They're very simple. It just takes a few minutes. Later on, I'll be doing some instructional videos for you on how to just whip up some really quick and easy Asian flavored sauces, Hispanic sauces, just different flavors that you can mix in with your meats and sides and salads and keep the sugar out of it. So feel free to stock up on the vinegars. That's something you want to have on hand. I do get the commercial Italian dressing quite a bit because that is how I marinate my chicken breasts. I talk a lot about that in all my materials, and you'll hear me talk about that. It's a way to marinate chicken breasts for grilling that keeps them moist all throughout the week as you're utilizing them in salads and soups, okay? Here is a natural way to flavor your foods and stay away from sodium and other harmful substances. Use what nature gave us: onions and shallots, cilantro and other herbs. I use cilantro all the time in sauces, over your meats, in your salads. Just sprinkle it in liberally. These are so good for us. They provide benefits for us, but also lots of thick flavor and taste to our dishes. Garlic. Go crazy with garlic. Garlic is so good for us. And actually, the more that you torture garlic, I call it, the more that you pound it, smash it, and chop it, and mince it, the better it is for you because it releases more benefits as you're doing that. Salsas are great. They are no calorie, they're no sugar, and they're just a great way to spice up a lot of different dishes without adding anything harmful. Parmesan cheese, I love to use this on a lot of things because it adds that little bit of flavor without adding a lot of calories or any harmful ingredients. And then over here we have capers. Capers are really great. I think they're underused a lot of times because we're intimidated by them. But really, where you're going to want to use capers is in sauces, over meat, in some dips and spreads. And capers are great because they taste very salty and they add a salty texture, but you're not adding that sodium. Jalapeno peppers, olives. Use what nature gave us to, add that flavor, bring some richness into those dishes without adding the negative side effects of sodium. Thank you, and I'll talk to you next time.